Assalamu alaikum. Greeting of peace in Islam. My name is Raya. I am a writer, producer, journalist, public speaker, and a grandma. And I would like to just give you an introduction about this series that I'm going to be presenting for you about my life and about the events and about the religions that I have embraced. And of course, going through all of that, how I have achieved a really deep peace and serenity in my life at the present time and actually the past several years. I know that everybody would like to know stories about some kind of transformation that somebody went through, and they went from one state of mind or condition or a position in life that was hardship for them, and then they found peace. Finding peace, many people find peace going through various different ways. My way has been through searching through religions. I was born in Iran in 1947. Makes me 73 years old at this time, 2020. And my family, they actually migrated to United States starting in 1959. Myself, I moved there in 1969. 36 years in United States, and then 7.5 years in Egypt, 8 years in Malaysia, where I am right now as I'm speaking to you. My life in Iran, first 22 years of my life, it was a normal life. It was nothing very different. Of course, I will be covering that. I think there would be interesting points about that I like to mention. But the most important dramatic time in my life was when I moved to the United States for the 36.5 years that I was there. What I faced, the 2 marriages, children, ups and downs, incredible success. Actually, my real estate success, I got into real estate. I was very successful in my 20s before I got married. And I drove a Rolls Royce. I had a home overlooking the ocean, Pacific Ocean. Really, I had pretty much everything somebody would want to have, especially in their 20s, in their youth. I had it all. It seemed like I should be happy, and I was happy for a while. It was a surface happiness until I really realized that something is missing in my life. I really felt the emptiness there, and I'm pretty sure some of you may have felt that. You just maybe don't know what it is. For everybody, maybe that missing part may be different. For me, it was like more spiritual. I wanted to be closer to God, and I had pretty much left Islam, where I was basically I was born into a Muslim country. I left it pretty much. It didn't even exist in my mind. So when I started searching, I went through Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, 7.5 years of Christianity, and then what brought me to Islam is extremely important and exciting to share, but I'm not going to jump into that. You're going to have to be patient for me to take you step by step what has happened in my life in order to get me there. And why is it that when I got there, it really made a huge difference in everything in my life, the way I looked at everything, the way I looked at life in general, and as a Muslim in particular, and how my relationship with God, which we call Allah, changed in such a way that I never thought I would feel that way. And what I went through and what I did in order to propagate Islam, after I really kind of put my feet in it and started getting a stronger hold of it. That I was giving lectures at universities and colleges and schools and churches, and then 911 happens, and what happens to me after 911 and the decisions that I made, and why why I decided to go back to the university to get my degrees at age 58. And this was really incredible. And why is it I was so anxious to get it? This was a very important decision in my life that I knew, well, maybe I didn't know at that time how the impact, how incredible the impact was for the rest of my life, at least so up until now. How is it that I moved to Egypt, why I decided to get master's degree there, why is it I decided to migrate to Egypt? This was a very important decision, incredible decision, and how it really set the foundation for many things to come. And of course, after Egypt, I moved to Malaysia, that also had, just simply because Egypt was not a safe place to stay politically, it was not a safe place for foreigners to stay. But in the meantime, before I moved to Egypt, I had gone through first marriage with 2 children and second marriage, my first marriage to an American, second marriage to Egyptian sheikh, and how me coming to Islam, I came to a Sunni Islam, although I was from the Shia Islam from the beginning, from birth. Although I didn't know much about the Shia Islam, when I came to Islam, I came to Sunni Islam, and my second husband was a very strong practicing sheikh, well known, and people around the country, around the world actually respected him. He would give talks and lectures around anywhere they invited him. And through listening to him, I realized he's considering Shias, they are disbelievers, they are mushrik, kafir, which in Islam does not sound very good. I wanted to know why. And he would just give me a surface answer, and he would not allow me to research. I really wanted to research. I want to know more about, you're telling me my family are all disbelievers. How could this be? I mean, I remember how my grandfather was always religious. He always prayed. My parents were not so religious, and he always gave charity to people. He was like the best. Into my sight, he was like the best example of a Muslim. How could he be a disbeliever? What has he done wrong? Anyhow, my various attempts failed in terms of trying to find out. He would not allow me to contact Islamic centers, and this is something that I would also get into, this kind of a unreasonable control that some husbands practice over their wives. Anyhow, this caused me to seek divorce, and I packed up and went to Iran. After 32 years, I went straight to city of Qom. I wanted to know more. I wanted to know what's going on. What is it that is making the Shias disbelievers? Anyhow, I spent 6 months there, and I sent 200 books to US. By the time I went back to US, 911 was really causing a havoc everywhere. And so I put this research on hold for a while. Later, I got to the research a little bit later, and the past 16 years I've been on and off doing the research between the Shia and the Sunnis, and so many people want to know the end result. People don't have patience. In fact, once it was put on Facebook by an article, series of articles on a very well-known website, Islamic website. People are writing by literally like dozens or hundreds, wanting to know what's the end. Tell us, we want to know more. Can you just hurry up, put more of the episodes? Well, it was not my plan to do it that way. I cannot be pressured into expressing my experience, because my experience was really, I treasure what I went through. And it's been several years. Every time I start to write a book, everybody tells me to write a book. Every time I start to write a book about it, I get overwhelmed. Simply, there's so much information. And finally somebody asked me to write a book, and some well-known book writer publisher wanted to help me with this, and I started doing this again, and then again I got overwhelmed. For every episode in my life, even just when I went to Egypt part, there's so much to talk about. So I decided this would it would take me another 15 years to finish this, and I thought I needed to have one episode at a time and go forward one episode at a time, either podcast or on the video. So I decided to do video podcast so that people on YouTube can watch it. People that want to just drive and listen to my video, they can just listen as a voice. Sometimes I may put pictures or something in the background in the video, but the important thing is you can hear my voice, you can hear my story, whether you're watching me, whether you're hearing me. Those who know me, many people have said, Raya, many times have told me, Raya, you have got to write, you have got to make a film, you have got to make documentary. There are some documentaries, short documentaries about my life, but there's no way explaining what I have gone through, the countries I've gone through, people that I have faced. It's so incredible that I cannot express. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to tell you I have a life that simply I have never seen anyone going through so much variety in life, hardship, good time, and at the end finding total peace. I shouldn't say at the end. I have found total peace many years now. It seems like every year it only gets better. So someone told me, Raya, it is obligatory upon you to share your story, because sometimes I say I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna, it's too much for me at this age. I'm trying to also remember everything. I'm also producing everything myself. As you're seeing me, I'm filming myself, I'm editing myself, I'm publishing myself. I'm doing this. It's a lot of work, but anyhow, for someone like yourself who is watching me or listening to me, I feel that maybe there may be something in it for you. Maybe something would click for you that clicked for me. That would bring peace in your life. However peace you're searching, maybe my story, my struggle will make a difference for you. I hope that it does. Otherwise, I would not be spending this kind of time and making these videos. I do have a Facebook page, Raya for Islam, or Raya Shukafat. I also have a YouTube channel. It has several thousand subscribers and it has close to 1 million views. I have interviewed many people that have come to Islam, my own talk, my own stories. My Facebook has many followers, many friends, and this, I am thankful to Allah, I would say Alhamdulillah, that I am making a difference. People are being affected. And when I posted that after 30 years, I took 30 years to memorize the Quran on a daily basis, to finish it finally at the age of 73. My Facebook post went viral by thousands. People were contacting me and congratulating me, telling me, oh, I was 40, I was 50, I thought it's too late to memorize the Quran. Now our whole family came back to memorizing the Quran. It has never stopped since April 15 is of 2020. I finished memorizing 30 years. Why did I take 30 years? Why did I memorize all of this? There's so much to share. So please bear with me. I try to not make the videos very long, maybe 10 minutes or less. I don't know yet. But this is my introduction, and I hope that you benefit from my videos, and I am looking forward to seeing people's reaction and see how I am doing. And at the end of the day, I don't do anything except to please Allah, to please people that would benefit from my work, and I hope the rest of whatever years I have would be beneficial. Thank you for listening to me or hearing me. Have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you.